Hi.
Good morning, everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful day. So it's been about a year since I did my last bug out bag video, and things have changed a little bit. I've kind of made some adjustments to my system, to my way of thinking, to my own education level, to, you know, just all those things. So I changed up my system from being kind of a bug out bag that just lives static in the truck to something I'm more able and willing to carry around with me on a regular basis. So anyway, I wanted to bring you along for this show you kind of where I'm at in my line of thinking, and show you some of the improvements, some of the changes that I've made, and just get your thoughts. If you have any, care to leave them in the comment section. So to get started, this is the bag, and the way it rides on me, it's a Mystery Ranch Urban Assault 21 liter. So it's the smaller of the two. I wanted the 24 liter, but there were some design things about it that I didn't like. I couldn't find it in the waxed wood, which is my favorite colorway of everything the Mystery Ranch has ever made. And you know, so it was I took the 21 liter, and I figured it'll force me to concentrate or to be more intentional about what I'm putting in it, and you know, maybe I'll be able to get away with a lighter pack this time as a result. As this sits, I think this is about 11 pounds, and most of that is water, believe it or not. So yeah, so let me just take it off real quick, and I'll break it down, and then I'll show you some of these other bits and pieces and stuff that I've started kind of carrying around with me on a regular basis. Also, in case you hadn't noticed, I've lost some weight. I'm still dropping. I still got a ways to go, but I'm down, I think 45 pounds or so, 45 or 50 pounds since when I started this channel just over a year ago. So very happy about that. I hope you can see the progress in my face and my appearance on camera. But if you can't, I know as I get more skinny, it'll become a lot more obvious. Alright, so Mystery Ranch Urban Assault 21. I have had my eye on this pack for quite some time. Wanted it forever, but like I said, I really wanted the 24 liter, not the 21. 24 just seemed like it would offer me a little bit more capacity, ride better on me and my frame size, just because I am a larger person, larger man. However, I'm finding that the Urban Assault 21 is sufficient. It holds my 15-inch MacBook Pro when I need to bring it with me for whatever reason. But most of the time, this isn't a bag for tech. This is a bag for just, you know, carrying around some essentials in case things go squirrely and I've got to get home on my own 2 feet. If I got to beat feet to get home or something along those lines, that's more or less what I'm putting this together for. But also just to serve my needs in a you know, more day-to-day life when I'm away from the property. Alright, so starting off, you know what, let's go through the top first, I think, just because that's going to be the easiest thing. And again, not intending this to be a gear review. We're not a gear review channel. I'm just giving you some ideas and things I think that are important that you might consider for your own needs. And you know, hopefully my experiences will be a blessing to you as well. I've got gloves in here. I spend a lot of time, I'm finding spending more time on the range these days for one reason or another. So these are more shooter's gloves. You know, whether it's here on my own range back there, or you know, in an indoor range or something along those lines, or over to buddies, or just wherever I am that happens to have that kind of space. Or with Project Appleseed here in Kansas, I'm finding that you know, it's just something that I'm getting back to one of my favorite hobbies, and so I started putting gloves in here just you know, so I can carry them for various reasons. I've got a Leatherman Crunch. This is my favorite multi-tool. And maybe I'll do a review on this at some point. I know Leatherman basically just discontinued these again for like the second or third time. If they're gonna do it, I hope they do it so that the secondary market will actually stabilize and stop ripping people off for these things. As of right now, I think eBay sellers are trying to charge like $300 and $400 for this. This is not a $300 and $400 multi-tool. At best, it's $100. And multi-tools are a compromise to begin with. But this is my favorite one. I do have a Leatherman Surge, a Leatherman Mutt, and a couple others, but you know, by far this is really my favorite one. So I roll that every day just because I have a use for it. This is a little pouch from Hide and Drink. It's just a change purse more than anything, but it's got some other stuff in there too. I've got a little bit of a tube of gun lube, a little mini griptilian, Benchmade griptilian that I no longer really carry, but still like the knife. So that stays in there, and just a pin, and some little band-aids and moleskin type stuff, and a microfiber cloth. I mean, nothing, just little bits and bobs and things like that. That's what's in there. The next part is my compass. This is a Sunto MC2 for the Northern Hemisphere. I don't really plan on going to South America or Australia or anywhere that the southern one would be necessary, or the global would be necessary. So this is just for the Northern Hemisphere, which is more than sufficient for me. And then if you know anything about American Highway, I think that's who puts this out. I forget the name of the company. But anyway, they're normally have these huge road atlases that you can't do anything with, or you can't even prop them up on a steering wheel. They're so incredibly massive. Well, this company now produces a pocket version, and it has all the major U.S. highways. It is to scale. It's it's not going to be as detailed. You're not going to get topographical maps on this, but you can get a pretty good layout of the highway systems and kind of what's around you. So again, it may not be absolutely all inclusive. However, it'll cover enough of the major roadways and arteries that traverse this country in order to get where you need to go if you're trying to go from place to place. And this covers not only the U.S., but it covers Canada and Mexico as well. So this is like the entire northern continent, North American continent, which is good. It's kind of important, kind of a big deal. So there's that. Those two go together, and then of course pacing beads and a whistle. This is a titanium whistle. I believe it was from County Calm that I got years ago, and I didn't have anywhere else to put it, so I stuck it on here. And then just my pace beads. Ranger's coming over to say hi. Hey, buddy. I also keep a pocket version of the Constitution of the U.S. I think that's important. Do what you want with it, but it's important to me. My Bible is not in here right now, but it should be. Anyway, I'll worry about that later. I got my contact solution and some basic pain medication, and then the tool that I require to take my contacts out fell on the ground. Oh well. So I have a pretty severe eye condition, and I have to wear hard contacts. Glasses are not an option for me. So hard contacts are basically what I wear to be able to see, and there's part of that is going to be carrying around the tools and things that I need to maintain my eyes, so that I can continue to see. From the solution, the saline solution, the cleaning solution, all those little things, and then any tools that are required, which they do make a suction cup removal tool, because I'm not sticking my fingers in my eyes, and when my contacts are dried out at the end of the day and I can't get them off, you know, after 14 or 16 hours of being in, I need that tool to get them off my eye. Otherwise, they're, you know, it's just impossible. So that's what's in the top. That's kind of the quick access stuff, the stuff I need access to quickly, and I want to be able to get to it quickly, so I just keep it up here. Other things I'll have in here are going to be things like my sunglasses. That, you know, if they're not on my face, if I'm kind of stowed, if they're stowed, I'll put them in here. But that's really about it. There's still some room in there. It's not overly packed, but it is got a lot in it. I transferred the mini hero clip from my Bellroy camera bags, or sling bags I should say, onto this. This just gives me the ability to hang this pack up if I need to. I really like these things. These hero clips are kind of cool. I don't need a big one, and I don't want it clanking in the back of my head if I put this on, so I just use the mini. Mini's fine. It's cheaper too. I like this pack because one of the things I like about it is an internal frame. So it's not obtrusive. It doesn't take away from the space on the inside, but there is a frame in this, which is really kind of cool. All right, let's get into, I guess, the meat of the pack. So this has Mystery Ranch's TriZip, patented TriZip design. They still do this on a number of their packs. They're multi-day assault packs, 2 and 3 day assault packs, and I think there's several others that they do this on as well. But I like this design for the urban assault because it is clean, it is simple. It does not tell you it doesn't telegraph anything that is in this bag at all. There is nothing sticking out of it, no water bottles, no nothing. So it's as clean of a design as it can get, but still gives you the same kind of access capabilities that Helicon Tech's bailout bag had, which is something that I just absolutely love. I'm finding more and so getting into the contents of this, I'm finding more and more, I guess to start off here, this is a Columbia rain jacket, or, you know, rain and wind. I'm finding more and more that, like, in these conditions that I'm in right now, when it's in the 20s and 30s, low 20s to mid 30s, it's cold, but what really gets you is the wind. And if you can keep the wind off of you, you know, something like this board shirt, you know, heavy wool board shirt works like an overcoat, really is sufficient, and you don't really have to have like a full deep winter coat. So I do this, I put the wool on, and then I throw this packable windbreaker / rain jacket. This is the Columbia Glenacre, or Glenacre, however you pronounce it. If I can, I'll find links in the description and post it here. And I like it. I like this one specifically because it is packable. They have large and tall sizes, big and tall sizes, which is important for a guy like me. Not only with a big belly, but a tall torso. Even, you know, if my pants were pulled up to where my waistline is and my belly button, it's still a long torso. So these things help. It's not a pea coat. It's not pea coat length or car coat length. It's, you know, shorter than that, so it's not going to make it look weird. But I do very much like this. So that's the kind of my winter protection, I guess, for the 20s and 30s and that sort of thing. I've got puffies and other things that I could throw in here, or, you know, be wearing if it were that cold and I was out and about. I started keeping water on me, more water on me. You know, I think in the bug out bag or bailout bag from Helicon Tech's that I've been carrying around for a while, I have the 24 ounce Grail. 24 ounce didn't exactly fit in here, so I'm using it for other purposes, and I ended up picking up the 16.9, the 16 ounce basically. This is a M35 canteen. You notice it's slim. but this is the M35 canteen combo from the Pathfinder school, from Self-Reliance Outfitters up in Ohio, Dave Canterbury's school. And I like this because it gives me a steel cup basically with graduation marks on the inside, and a flask-like canteen bottle. The cool thing is that paired up together, this is, how much was it? Yeah, 16 ounces. This is 16 ounces, or just over 16 ounces. This is just over 16 ounces. So what that means is, I come across a water source, you know, in a bad situation, or, you know, just out and about. It doesn't have to be a disaster scenario. I'm walking around town, I come across a fountain. Well, I may not want to drink out of that fountain, but I can filter it. I can take a good long drink, right? So I can filter it with this. I can transfer this into here, and then I can refill it again, and now I'm filled up twice. So I've filled my belly, filled my internal canteen, filled this canteen, and filled this canteen, and I'm back on the move. For not really a lot of extra space. I ditched. Ditch is not the right word. I've changed. I've stopped carrying around the U.S. Palm body armor. I don't feel like I need it. Calm down. I need it. I don't need to be wearing it all the time, right? That sends the wrong message in life. So what I've kind of started doing is putting panels in my backpacks. I did this with a bailout bag. This is the same panel that was in that bag. It's Bowtac. Yeah, Bowtac, I think. Bowtac Tactical or something like that. But it's a level 3A plus pad or armor, which is, you know, it's just a smart decision. This bag also has like where the body armor is sitting is actually a laptop sleeve. So this is where I basically put the laptop, and there's plenty of room to put the laptop on top of the bulletproof armor. So if I needed to do that, carry around the tech with me, I've got the option to do it. A couple other things I'm kind of keeping on me are a Silcock key. So this is a 4-way stem key for, you know, being in an industrial setting, needing to get water. I've got a headlamp. This one is, oh, I forget the brand, but spare batteries for that, a lighter, an Exotac rip spool. I really like this thing. This has a sail needle in it, in the middle of it, as well as some what is it, like braided fishing line kind of stuff, like spider wire wrapped around right here. And then this is like Gorilla Tape, and this lanyard here is their fire cord. So this actually has a fire starter built into it. So I could take this apart, pull the fire starter piece out of this, and use that to actually start fire if I needed to. Sawyer Mini water filter, orange, easier to see. If I drop it, I'm not going to lose it. That, worst case, you know, works in conjunction with these things. This unfortunately does not thread onto either one of these. So in the event that I had to resort to this, I'd either be drinking straight from the source with that straw, or I would be attaching it to like a smart water bottle, which that will fit on. And I may end up swapping that out for like a Sawyer Squeeze, the Squeeze version, which I think is even smaller than that and is really more adapted to things like smart water bottles. But for now, that's what I have, so that's what I'm rocking. And then on this side, just a little face mask. This is more for this time of year when it's winter, cold. This is just a fleece face mask. This is not intended to keep pathogens or medical crap out. This is purely to keep my face and my ears warm if I need it. Yeah. some 5-hour energy, a little bit of electrolyte powder from Liquid IV, and then you know, some of these Noon Sport tablets. Same concept. Electrolytes, beneficial for keeping you moving, keeping you hydrated, keeping the muscles from cramping, all that kind of stuff. Okay, next up. So the last two things that are in here are the small Spiff kit from Mystery Ranch and the tech pouch. And I'll start with the small pouch here. So in the last video I talked about preferring people socks, and I have identified that I've started to realize I've had some serious problems with them lately, and so I've kind of been ditching them in favor of a real heritage brand that will really take care of their customers and don't sell crappy products just because their wool does not make them good, is what I would tell you. So I switched out to Darn Tough. So I've been wearing Darn Tough socks now. I keep a spare pair of Darn Tough socks and a spare pair of boxers in this little kit, along with my razor and you know, one of those little sink packets of Tide, so if I needed to wash my clothes in a sink, I could. And then I've got everything else in here too. More of the contact solution, another one of those contact tools to take my contacts out. I've got you know, different medicines, Benadryl, Advil, toothpaste, toothbrush, all that kind of stuff. Just basic toiletries. But what I found was that the way I pack, the way I run this, I didn't need both sides of this, so I repurposed one of the sides, the deeper side, for basically some clothes. So I don't have to carry an extra outfit with me. I can put, you know, the core essentials in here. That way, if something goes sideways for me, I have a way to deal with it. The tech pouch, I like this because it's stiff, it's rigid, it's got a rigid frame to it, and there's a lot of uses for this thing. I'm not going to really review the bag itself. I'll let you do your own research on that if it's something that interests you, but this particular kit, the way I've set this up is to basically house my tech, right? So I switched out my Anchor battery pack for one of these ones that has a built-in solar panel, so I can set that out and be charging while I'm doing other things, right? That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'll just throw that out there. Actually, I could use a charge. So I have the solar charging battery pack. I got a couple of cables in here, and then, you know, mainly the inside is dedicated to the radio. So I'm working on my ham license, and I have committed this kit to be more focused on a radio bag. So I have my spare extended batteries in here. I have my tri-band antenna. I have my the radio itself, at least one of them, and, you know, just some other things. Right now this is not full. It's not intended to be full. I'll fill it later as I get more into this stuff. I'm trying to save room for expansion in the future, because I know this is going to be an expensive hobby that is going to require its own set of kit and gear and all the other bits and bobs. So that's that. Yeah, I'll leave that out, let that keep charged for a minute. That's the kit, y'all. That's the basics of what I carry, what I've started carrying, and I'm rocking this pretty consistently every day. Every time I leave a property and go somewhere, it's with me, and oftentimes it's on me when I'm walking around, wherever I'm walking around. Yeah, and it all just cleanly packs back up into a nice, tight little package, just like that. Cold weather thing, a poncho, or the rain jacket, I should say. you know, lives right on top, so I have quick access to it when I need it. And that's that. All right, now let's talk about some of the other stuff. For starters, I had the Pez dispenser, the magazine micro chest rig part of that bailout bag that would sit right here full of the magazines. Well, I have those power tools available, and they're none of your business, so I'm not going to really show them. However, I will say that the things I'm doing differently right now, at least, in kind of a rule of law situation. If we go out without rule of law, things may change. Things will change significantly. But right now, I find that I think my sidearm is more than sufficient. So what I've done is I've swapped out the Shadow Systems DR920 for a Glock 19X. Spare mag over here. And then on occasion, I've started playing around with this idea. This is a little kit that houses an MCX or MCK from CAA. This is not a gun. This is a stabilizing piece to put a gun in. So I can feel a little more confident or comfortable if, which does not happen, but in the event that I had to walk away from my truck or something and you know, had to leave this in there or had to leave it somewhere else, I would feel a little better about the fact that I'm not giving a bad guy a gun. So there's that. What this does, though, it's a force multiplier. So it gives you the ability to have a gun like this, use the sling around your body as a third anchor point. So that's kind of the purpose of it. I'm not going to demonstrate it. You can YouTube that to your heart's content. But this is an MCK Gen 2. I have the tack. I took the shoulder brace and the stock or whatever it's called off of this, and I put the tack piece on there. This basically allows it to hang like this without a extra folding side piece here, making it puff out even more. So if I had to walk around with this on me, I could, and it would be, you know, it would be okay. It'd be a lot easier to manage something like this than I think the added weight, the stabilizing brace and whatnot. There's benefit to that, but I think that this is sufficient. So, and then, you know, the other pieces in this bag are just going to be additional magazines of various sizes and things, and that's all I'm going to say about that. If you want more detail on something like that, let me know in the comments, and maybe I'll make a video about it. But for now, I think that's you know, we'll leave some things for the world to FAFO. Just go from there. This is a ReadyWears bag. It's a waxed canvas bag that I've had for a long time. It used to hold a lot of tools and stuff. I repurposed it for this. It is kind of a cheap, junky bag. They tout it to be better than it is. But, you know, as long as you're not too abusive with it, these canvas bags do hold up pretty well. You know, water bottle's still a staple. That goes with me every day, whether it's, you know, bug out, get home, whatever you want to call it, or just daily life. This is what I drink out of. For breakfast, for dinner, for lunch, for everything. It goes with me in restaurants. This is what I drink out of. I'm kind of weird like that, but it's consistent. I can regulate it. I know exactly how much water I've consumed in a day by using the same container for all drinking. And right now, with where I am in my weight loss journey, that is critical data to have. So that's why I do it that way. Last thing, started carrying around a cane. I don't always need it. I mean, there are days when, you know, I'll beat myself up, or, you know, I'll mess up an ankle, or, and it's beneficial. But in the wintertime, especially if you're top heavy and you're unstable, it's a good idea to have a cane. This is not just a regular cane, this is a modified cane, but this came from Brazos walking sticks in Texas. And I basically cut it. It's an oak hardwood cane that I cut down, and I made it more into a fighting cane. So you can do some research on that and look up what that actually looks like for how a cane like that might work. You know, and tailor it to your own needs. But that's what I did. And then this is just gaffer's tape on the top to make it a little more comfortable and give some added cushion when I'm carrying it. If I'm unstable on my own feet, this is helpful. If I need a defensive tool outside of a firearm or non-lethal, something like that, this is helpful. And you know, if I'm at risk of slipping on ice, or you know, right now the animal pen where the sheep and chickens are is pretty nasty. So if it you know, I don't want to slip and fall, so in the mornings I take this with me, and in the evenings too when we put the animals up, and that gives me a little bit more stability when I'm taking care of animals. All right, I guess that's it. I'm going to wrap this up for now. I appreciate your views. We appreciate your support. Yaya and I will be doing some other videos soon, and we look forward to seeing what's going to happen in 2024. I hope y'all are having a blessed. I hope you had a blessed 2023, and I hope that 2024 is even better for you. So until we talk to you, until we see you again, take care. God bless, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers. Bye.